Many Americans currently have or have had a bottle of opioid medication in their medicine cabinets, but few realize the potential dangers of getting one of these prescriptions actually filled. So what should you do if you're prescribed an opioid? What questions should you be asking your doctor? Well, joining us with answers is David Calabrese, the head of pharmacy for OptumRx and a member of the internal task force at United Health Group that's addressing the opioid crisis. Welcome to the show, Dave.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So how should this conversation with our doctor actually begin?
Yeah, I think the best way to initiate these type of conversations with your physician is simply to ask questions. Many people are intimidated in questioning what a doctor might prescribe for them or what therapeutic regimen that they may initiate to care for them. But in today's day and age, good quality health care involves informed decision-making and joint decision-making between the provider and the patient. So if your doctor is going to prescribe a pain medication for you, you need to understand, is that an opiate medication or isn't it? If it is an opioid medication, is that the right medication for me based on my condition, based on other medications I may be taking or other conditions I may be suffering from? You also want to know if they are going to prescribe an opioid, how that should be taken, what the risks are, what the alternatives are, and you want to make sure as well that you minimize your exposure as much as possible. These aren't medications like antibiotics where you start on one day and you have to complete the therapy and take all the pills. These drugs are designed to be taken on an as-needed basis to help you manage your pain.
And so you mentioned alternatives. A lot of people may not know that there are other options out there that may work just as well, right?
Yes, very much so. There are plenty of alternatives that are available, particularly for short-term acute use and chronic pain as well. On the short-term basis, medications like anti-inflammatory drugs are available both prescription and over-the-counter. Medications like ibuprofen, sold as Advil and Motrin. Naproxen, very good pain reliever, sold as Aleve. Your Tylenol products. All of these options, when dosed appropriately, can be just as effective, if not more effective, than an opioid in treating short-term acute types of pain, such as, if your child were to have teeth extracted or a sports-related injury for yourself or a member of your family.
And so say opioids are the solution, they are prescribed, you go through the recovery process, you don't need them anymore. What's the proper way to dispose of them?
Yeah, this is critical, and this is where we as a society really need to come together with a concerted effort to get these billions of tablets that are sitting in medicine cabinets across the country out of the household. Survey data suggests that 60% of U.S. households actually store leftover medication, often in unsecured locations within the home, like a medicine cabinet. So best ways to dispose of these, the DEA offers on its website various locations where people can go within the community to dispose of the medications. On the 27th, the DEA is launching its National Take Back Day, where people can learn more about where to dispose of the medication. You can contact your local pharmacy, you can contact your local police department, your local Department of Public Works. All of these are very good resources for you to better understand how to best dispose of them. And at retail locations now, some are actually storing what they're called deactivation kits, where you can actually purchase very inexpensively, purchase these kits. You dump the leftover medication in there, you mix it with warm water, and there are chemicals in the kit that will deactivate the medication so it can be easily and safely disposed in the trash.
Well, definitely an important reminder, David. If people want more information, more resources, where can they go get that?
Yeah, I encourage people to utilize some of the government resources, cdc.gov, nih.gov, dea.gov, a variety of very good information there. And I also encourage folks to use our own website at optum.com/opioid epidemic. Variety of great resources there as well to educate yourself on the crisis as well as these medications and their alternatives.
David Calabrese, thanks so much for your time this morning.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for the attention to this important topic.
Of course. Stay where you are. We'll be right back.